Hey, let's talk about Sonic the Hedgehog on iOS and Android.
You're the biggest
Oh,
Sonic fan
it's
ever,
another
so...
Sonic one. It's another Sonic one. I think if I remember correctly, I heard it has the spin dash and you can play as Knuckles and Tails. That's what I heard. It sounds like it could make a good remake for consoles, but on touchscreens, no thank you. I would much rather have a controller in my hand. Or a 3DS.
You mean like this one right here?
Yeah, like that one right there. Yeah, I'm not about to grab my Xbox 360 controller.
Yeah, I have mine right here.
Yeah, mine's in my computer bag, which is on the floor.
This is how I usually...
Yep. I'm not gonna talk about that game because that was actually a game released last year. But it got a Wii U release this year. It's Lego Batman 2, by the way.
Yay, Lego!
Yeah. Mega Man X got a Wii U Virtual Console release this year. And I bought it. It's Mega Man X, nothing changed.
Of course you did.
Of course I did. Well, Mega Man X is like the best Mega Man game ever. Mega Man X.
After this, we gotta talk about what we're gonna do in the future too.
Right.
In the coming year.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so apparently the Legendary Edition for Skyrim was the release this year. Which we don't have.
Yeah.
We have Skyrim because it came with our 360 this year, but why would we bother getting the Legendary Edition?
All of it is...
It's Skyrim with all the DLC.
Legendary Edition really just... Yeah. And well... The Elder Scrolls games are better anyway. Just as a whole, they're better than most other free roam world role-playing games.
Yeah, I never quite got into it.
I prefer them the most.
I never quite got into it, but that's just me. Alright, you've been on the big screen for too long, it's my turn. Let's see. Epic Mickey 2 was released on PS Vita. Ah, New Super Luigi U! I wonder if we should consider this its own game. Is it its own game? It's its own game? Yeah,
it should be.
I bought it. I bought it as the DLC to, New Super Mario Bros. U. It's fun, but I've only gone through it once and beaten it, so... You know, it's basically a harder version of New Super Mario Bros. U, which I welcome because, you know, Super Mario Bros. U was pretty easy. I had 100 lives by the middle of the game, which actually is about normal for most modern Mario games, except for one, which I'm gonna get to when we get there. But yeah, New Super Luigi U, pretty good for some DLC. The Deadpool game was released this year. I didn't play that.
Deadpool.
It's Deadpool.
Came before the Avengers, by the way, so you gotta watch that one. Ha ha ha.
Wait, what? No, Deadpool is... Wait, yeah, no, Deadpool is Marvel. But he doesn't have his own movies yet.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in an X-Men... He's in an X-Men movie, but,
No! He got his movie before he got his own video game. Yeah.
I don't remember that. I don't remember hearing about that. But anyway, the next one I remember hearing about was Project Cross Zone, which was basically a mashup between Namco Bandai, Capcom, and Sega. By the way, if you're going to cross over with Sega, you kind of need one specific character. Kind of necessary. Sega.
But was he anywhere in sight?
I don't remember. He wasn't in the demo, and from what I heard, he was not in the game. I don't know why. Was it like some sort of
What
licensing
are you
issue or
thinking?
something? Because just about every other Sega mascot was in the game. Everyone except Sonic. What, did they figure Sonic wouldn't fit in an RPG? He has his own RPG.
No, they're trying to replace him with the Blue Bomber.
Well, even then, they put in Mega Man X instead of the classic Mega Man, which I don't really mind. Because, you know, Mega Man X.
Eh, whatever.
Anyway, apparently there was some sort of Android game, Batman Arkham City Lockdown, released this year.
Yeah, that was actually, from what I heard, it was pretty good.
I haven't played it.
But it's $7 on me.
We're already to July. Yeah, obviously there aren't that many games that we can talk about here. They released MK9 on PC this year. In July. Took them long enough.
Let's talk about that for a minute. Let's just talk about that for a minute.
That was a really good Mortal Kombat game. It's probably my favorite Mortal Kombat game right now.
Fatality. Scorpion. Fatality. Game over.
Scorpion. Yeah. I know a lot of people are gonna still say that, you know, MK2 is the best, or MK3, or whatever. I'm sorry, but MK9 to me was the best, because they put... I mean, sure, the story isn't exactly the best thing ever, but it's a fighting game. Do we really need a story? No, but I'm glad they tried. I'm glad they put effort into it. I could tell they put effort into it, and it was entertaining for what it was.
I like the story. The only thing is, Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3 didn't have it.
Well, yeah, well, they
So
did.
you have nothing to compare it.
They did, but it was mostly told in manuals and character endings. So, yeah. Other than that, though, I thought the story was entertaining for what it was, but, you know, it's a fighting game story. It's not really going to be all that, you know... It's obviously not the greatest thing ever. But I like the fact that they're at least putting effort into story modes in fighting games now. I like that. Same thing with Injustice. Definitely not the best story I've ever seen in a fighting game, but it was entertaining. Entertaining enough to push me through the entire game. So, at least there's that. Let's see.
All you need is Scorpion, and you got a fighting game.
All you need is Scorpion. Anyway, Metal Gear Solid: The Legacy Collection released on the PS3 this year. I'm assuming that's the original Metal Gear Solid games. I don't know. Let me open that up in another tab real quick. Let me check that. Oh, it's pretty much all the Metal Gear Solid games. It says here, oh no, it's all Metal Gear. Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid VR Missions, Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots, and Metal Gear Solid Peace War. So basically, it's just about every Metal Gear game released, except Revengeance. That may actually be how I get into the Metal Gear series.
That's the game I'm gonna get.
Let's see.
I'm a huge Metal Gear fan.
They released Dynasty Warriors 8 this year.
Go ahead and say it, because I know you're going to.
Press X over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Anyway.
Yeah. Because that's pretty much all you're doing. But still. It's a 15-minute work.
Let's see. Dota 2, Halo Spartan Assault.
Now that I did not know about. What's Spartan Assault?
What is it?
I'm lost on that one.
Halo Spartan Assault is a top-down, third-person shooter video game developed by 343 Industries and Vanguard Entertainment. Part of the Halo series. Game is set for release December 24th, 2013 on Xbox One, and January 2014 on Xbox 360. So what was it released for? In this case, oh, Windows and Windows Phone. Odd. What was the reception? Mixed. The reviews were mixed, so some people liked it, some people didn't. Okay, moving on. I'm seeing some Ouya games up here. Ah, here we go. Pikmin 3, which I have not played any of the games in the Pikmin series, but I've heard Pikmin 3 is really good.
I've heard everybody likes Pikmin.
Yeah.
So I gotta be one of those people.
I've heard that everyone that's played
No, I'm
Pikmin
kidding.
loves it, so...
Yeah, my best friend used to have Pikmin and he loved it.
Yeah,
But,
I don't doubt it. I've seen gameplay, and it looks fun,
Well,
but I just haven't played it.
it's complicated, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
But
they
I've
released...
played it a little bit and I like it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
They released Mario & Luigi Dream Team this year on the 3DS. Another Mario RPG that I do not have. Because the only Mario RPGs I've played so far, I've played a little bit of Super Mario RPG, I've played all of Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, and Super Paper Mario. Have not played Sticker Star though. But that was released last year, so we're just gonna...
I heard Dream Team was really good.
I've heard the same thing. So I might check it out at some point, but I'll probably have to go through the rest of the Mario and Luigi series before I do that.
I think it's another turn-based fighting game. Though.
Yeah, I think it is too, but, you know, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door was actually pretty fun, and that was turn-based, so, you know, that's coming from me, a guy who really doesn't like turn-based combat. Anyway, here we go, finally a game I can talk about.
Fantasy game is a lot.
Finally, a game I can talk about again. DuckTales Remastered. I don't have too much experience with the original game, but this game was amazing. I loved it. It had the right amount of challenge, right amount of just about everything, really.
I like the first one. I like the first one.
Well, yeah, this is a remake of the first one. So if you like the original DuckTales, you're probably going to like this one. I've heard from some people that they don't like it as much as the original. I don't know, I kind of prefer it. But that's probably just because, to me, it feels a little easier to control, and, you know, it's not as obnoxious. And not to mention, the story is actually pretty good. You know, I've heard from people who actually like the story that it's kind of like watching a long-lost episode of the TV show. So... your opinion's going to depend on whether you find the cutscenes annoying or not. Anyway, let's move on.
All the cutscenes are annoying, but that's the way they're supposed to be.
I don't know. I like the cutscenes. I like the cutscenes. Okay. Madden 25. No.
It's another Madden game.
It's another Madden game. Hatsune
But
Miku?
people say it's the best. But people say it's the best one yet. So
Hatsune Miku?
I have nothing to say.
I have nothing to say about
What's that mean?
Hatsune Miku. Never heard of Hatsune Miku?
What's that mean?
I think it's like some sort of dancing game. I'm not sure what it is.
No.
I don't know what it is. It's just everywhere.
Oh.
It's all over the internet.
Keep going.